feedback loop is a response in the human body. It's a response to changes or disturbances in the body's state of homeostasis. A feedback loop can work against or with the change, but they both do this in order to return the body to that state of homeostasis. There are two types of feedback loops. There are negative feedback loops and positive feedback loops. So a negative feedback loop is going to work in the opposite direction from the change. For example, a person's blood sugar, if it rises above its normal range, a negative feedback loop is going to kick in to work to lower the blood sugar levels back into that normal range. Now, the process of a feedback loop is usually going to consist of your stimulus, your receptor, the control center, and the effector. In the example of the blood sugar rising, the stimulus is going to be that rise in the blood sugar. The receptor in this case is going to be the pancreas, because this is what's going to receive the signal that the blood sugar levels are elevated. The control center is also going to be the pancreas, because the pancreas is then going to send out a signal that releases insulin into the bloodstream. The insulin is then going to act as the effector, and it's going to take the blood sugar the sugar from the bloodstream and store it away in liver and in liver cells, and that brings the blood sugar level back down. This restores the state of homeostasis to the body. On the other hand, we have positive feedback loops. Positive feedback loops work in the opposite direction from a negative feedback loop, so they work in the same direction as the change. It does this, again, to return the body to a state of homeostasis. For example, a positive feedback loop is what would cause a baby to exit the uterus. So in this example, the stimulus is going to be the baby pushing against the cervix. The receptor is going to be the sensors on the cervix. And the control center is going to be the hypothalamus in the brain that releases a hormone called oxytocin into the bloodstream. The reaction is going to be the oxytocin, which causes the uterus to contract, and the contractions continue to amplify until the baby is born. As you can see here, the difference between a positive feedback loop and a negative is going to be that the positive feedback loop kind of amplifies the effect. So as the oxytocin triggers the uterine contractions then push the baby's head back against the cervix, and then the cycle continues until the baby is born, and then the human body goes back to its state of homeostasis. This is how feedback loops work to maintain homeostasis in the human body. Thank you.